OMG! Today we're going to be talking about Beyblade launchers. We have a ton of different launchers now. Now that we're in season 2, there's a ton of new releases of launchers. But today we're going to focus on the dual spin launchers. Specifically this one here. This is the B88 Beyblade LR string launcher. We recently just unboxed the digital sword launchers and we consider that one of the most powerful launchers. But now that we have the LR string launcher and we have a ton of different options, we want to give you guys a quick comparison so you guys can figure out which Beyblade launcher is the best for you. So if we have told you guys in the past that the sword launcher was the best Beyblade launcher, but in reality, I guess there isn't really a best launcher. It just really depends on what you need the launcher to do for you. So we're going to take away all the non-dual spin launchers and we're going to focus on the newest launchers, and then we can talk about and compare for you guys. So I'm going to open up the LR string launcher now to complete our collection for the LR Beyblade launchers. Bam.
Slick.
So basically right now we have 3 options for your LR launching needs. We got the digital sword launcher, we have the regular Legends Friggin light launcher, and then we have the LR string launcher. So these are supposedly the best launchers because you have that strength, you have the most strength, it's versatile because it goes left and right, but there's pros and cons to them. When we first opened it, we knew this was the most powerful launcher and it's definitely super powerful when you're using it in battles and things like that. But the downside we see on this guy is the screen that pops out is actually like quite distracting. Another downside is if we put our Beylaucher on the launcher, it gets pretty awkward when you're using it. Another downside, when you're using this with different discs, sometimes the disc can get stuck to the launcher.
Which doesn't even make sense to me. Like, that just blows my mind. Like, especially the Excalibur themed digital sword launcher.
Yeah, so the
it doesn't work with Siege Excalibur. Like, it's made for that bay.
Yeah,
right?
like so the disc for Siege Excalibur actually quite often gets stuck on the launcher. So I'd say the consistency is pretty low on this launcher, in my opinion. What do you think, Brendan?
That's the thing though, is like when you buy a digital sword launcher or any launcher, you're like expected to work with all of your Beyblades, right?
Yeah.
It's like this added condition to it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like if I want a digital sword launcher, I can't use my new favorite Siege Excalibur. Like that. Like it takes away the fun factor too, right? Like,
I mean, it still works, but sometimes you just feel like it gets stuck.
Yeah, like
it's really weird.
Like sometimes you'll rip full speed with Siege Excalibur on, and then your Beyblade just flies sideways and just blows up.
This is not as powerful, but it's actually a really consistent launcher, and I actually still really like this original sword launcher.
It definitely feels the most solid. Like you can get the most control out of it.
So the next option we have is the Legends Friggin light launcher. It is weaker, not as powerful. It just depends if you like the light launcher feel to it. So with this new LR launcher, we actually have another one. We've been testing this one for quite a while to kind of give you our opinion on the launchers in general. You can unlock this by just clicking the white part out, and then you can change it right or left. This launcher also has less strength compared to your digital sword launcher, so it's not as powerful. The length of the string is actually quite short, but it is supposed to be more powerful than your regular string launcher, so it could be the mechanism inside the launchers and whatnot, but just something to consider when you're using this launcher. So if you need to only bring one launcher to play with all your Beyblades, you probably want to go with this launcher here.
Like, I guess the main comparison now is definitely between these two launchers. It's like, do you want to go with the string launcher or would you rather use the digital sword launcher?
Yeah.
It just comes down to pretty much like, hey, what do I like more? Do I like the feel of digital sword launcher? Do I like the power? Or do you like the feel of the string launchers, right? Like, it feels completely different.
In conclusion, we're super glad that we can use these digital sword launchers for left spinning Beyblades so we can get the same power levels as spinning a right spinning Beyblade. So it's more fair. If you want consistencies, maybe the string launcher, but if you want full power, digital sword launcher is definitely the way to go. Alright, so that's it. Let us know which one is your favorite launcher based on what we said. Maybe you have one yourself, so tell us in the comments below. That's it. As always,
Geeks out!